You for R.Kelly? Always an R.Kelly fan? Good to know it, y'all. Thank you. Yes, that's it. So you back in Chicago? That'll work. Y'all have a good day.
Yeah. They wanted me to speak. Against me shall prosper.
I can feel the pain inside, oh, inside. The shoes that I feel, the scars that me grow. As solid as I am, I'll never fall. What you see in me, I seen in me. A long time ago, I never fall. I stood 10 toes. Oh, yeah. 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 The things that I see, the things that I have, I can feel the pain inside, oh, inside. The shoes that I feel, the scars that me grow. As solid as I am, I'll never fall. What you see in me, I seen in me. A long time ago, I never fall. I stood 10 toes. The things that I see, the things that I have, I can feel the pain inside, oh, inside. The shoes that I feel, the scars that me grow. As solid as I am, I'll never fall. What you see in me, I seen in me. A long time ago, I never fall. I stood 10 toes.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
See, this is what happens when my back is against the ropes. I come out swinging. My flow, my style, my look. They want my swag so bad, I swear I should write a book. Wake up every morning, check the grass for them snakes. Call these 9mm flows my rate. Bitches over money, no way. I don't fall in love, they just fall in love with me. Maybe it's the money, the cars, or the clothes. They got them backstage at all of my shows. A legacy, yeah, I built it from the ground. But crabs in the barrel, they stay trying to pull you down. Acting ass niggas, I swear I should write a play. How they smile in my face, that's why I say I'll take on all you haters today, 'cause I'm not gonna let you get in my way. See, there's one thing that y'all don't understand. In the end, I'm gonna be the last man stand. Last man stand. Last man stand. Last man. I'm gonna be the last man stand. Last man stand. Last man stand. Last man. I'm gonna be the last man stand. My chain, my watch, my diamonds, I would give them all up to have a day of silence. 'Cause dealing with the paparazzi on a daily, I swear it's enough to drive a rich man crazy. Good weed rolled up sky high. I just bought a mansion and it's on cloud 9. I love a classic chick, straight out of the hood. So I'ma make it rain, baby, call it flash floods. Niggas putting bounty on my head. Sometimes when you so loud, they would rather see you dead. Call me hammer, they can't touch this. My whole life has been ordained. I'm going for the fame. That's why I say I'll take on all you haters today. Cause I'm not gonna let you get in my way. See, there's one thing that y'all don't understand. In the end, I'm gonna be the last man standing. Last man standing. Last man standing. Last man. I'm gonna be the last man standing. Last man standing. Last man standing. Last man. I'm gonna be the last man standing. Lord, take this cross up off my back and save me. I'm about to hurt somebody, heaven save me. I'm standing at the crossroad, I don't know what to do. My mind is what these haters trying to make me lose. Ever since the money, see these demons at me. And I can't seem to keep nobody real around me. You know how the saying goes, it's only at the top. I'm allergic to the bottom and that's why I can't stop. I'll take on all you haters today. Cause I'm not gonna let you get in my way. See, there's one thing that y'all don't understand. In the end, I'm gonna be the last man standing. Last man standing. Last man standing. Last man. I'm gonna be the last man standing. Last man standing. Last man standing. Last man. I'm gonna be the last man standing. The last man standing.
Woo! This gonna be a tough one. This gonna be a tough one. But what up, Dream Team? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This is gonna be a tough one. I got a lot of emotions going on right now. A whole lot. I got a whole lot of emotions going on right now. I gotta say this. I've been through the most on this YouTube streets, right? Out of anybody on here, I've been through the most. And I was dropping bombs for the past week. And y'all know me. If I just come out and just start saying stuff out the blue, start expecting something. So I purposely watched as people went live today. They start scattering. They kept saying, I'm going to go get a lawyer. I'm going to go get a lawyer. Because R.Kelly lying. His team lying. I always said, what don't comes out in the wash, comes out in the rinse. What don't come out in the rinse is definitely going to come out in the line. What don't come out on the line is definitely going to come out in the dryer. And what don't come out in the dryer, the iron will catch everything else. This live today is not going to be one of them feel-good lives because I'm going to drop the full day today. See, people just talking about little parts of it. I'm going to drop the full day. It's 8:04 p.m. We ain't going to get out of here not before 11 o'clock. I'm going to tell you that now. It's too much. It's too much that's being said. I'm going to show some clips. I'm going to show some things. I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to put some people. See, I don't have a board back here. I don't do that. But I'm going to put some people where they belong. So at the end of the day, I must say this before I go and start the live. If you want to donate to the channel, hit the super chat. That's at the bottom of the screen with a box, a dollar sign in it. Whatever you want to donate. It's no mandate. Hit the Cash App if you want, no mandate. Also, I want to get this out the way. Please go support my bro, Chris Terry. You know, my bro been grinding. Had me a little shook for a minute. You know, I ain't know what was going on. I thought he got abducted by the aliens. But go support his page, like, share, subscribe. And if he asks you who sent you, just say Dana J sent you or say Alicia sent you. Either one of us. Go support Alicia TV podcast. Go support EJ. I don't know if EJ going to keep his poems up. He said he's taking them down. But go support him anyway. Anybody that I'm missing before I get loose? I just want to shout out to all the graduates of 2025. Y'all deserve to have y'all time. Gemini season. This is y'all crazy month. Y'all do what y'all do. Our season is all year round. So Gemini season, y'all just continue doing y'all thing now. But now I got all that out the way, right? Oh, Patreon, go support www.patreon.com. Oh, Prima Donna Pastries, go support Prima Donna Pastries. Go support Prima Donna News Channel. Is there anybody else that I'm missing? DJ Amazing. Please go support DJ Amazing page. Now that I'm finished, let's cut it up. Let's get loose. Let's get started. Because when we started this thing 5 years ago, we had an opposition. I don't think you're going to find them nowhere now. Because in the opposition, you find a lot of people who didn't mean R.Kelly no good. So you have a lot of people that's now coming over to the R.Kelly side that was on the opposition that said, okay, I see what was going on, this and this and this and this. And then you had some people that come over that say, oh no, I'm gonna help R.Kelly because of the parents, because of the Dolphin Hotel. But when I came out 2 weeks ago, you did what I wanted you to do. So when you came home from jail, and you know exactly who I'm talking to, nigga. When you came home from jail, I said there's no need to talk to you anymore. I don't want to do a debate. Fuck debates. Y'all did what y'all did. Y'all got my man time. I'm 10 toes deep. You ain't gonna see me on channels talking about I can get R. Kelly killed. I wish R. Kelly would. You ain't gonna see me doing bipolar sugar honey iced tea like that. But what you would see me do is sit back and brainstorm. Who can I get what I got to? Who can I get what I got to? Who can I get this hard drive to unleash the dragon? Who? So many people know that I made a trip to New York, and I kept saying I'm doing double duty. Nobody questioned it. I'm happy about that because I wouldn't have told you anyway. But I dipped in 2 trials. I dipped in Diddy. I dipped in Harvey. I dipped in Diddy and I dipped in Harvey. I talked to who I need to talk to in Diddy's and I talked to who I need to talk to in Harvey. It just so happens that the hard drive was left somewhere in New York. And before I left the hard drive, I said, if you ain't going to do nothing with it, don't play with my emotions. This is a man who I care about a lot. This is a man who really changed me. So if you ain't going to do nothing with this hard drive, let me know and I'll take it back with me. They said I will examine the hard drive. My exact words were, when you examine it, you're going to be blown away. I have it all. And I remember coming back home, and I remember the dude jumping up saying that I was a bum. Then I remember all the negative shit he did to me. And I said, that hard drive, I titled it The Demon for a reason. Now I need all the demons in that hard drive to release. And I know some people gonna say, "What, Dana, you kind of crazy, right?" I said, nah. Because when people see what's in that hard drive, they're gonna go crazy. Even the government today went nuts. Bo Brinley and them dropped the anthem. They dropped the demon. Yeah, they did. They dropped the demon. And the government said, hold on. This is a little too much. This is exposing everything. How did you get this information? The hardest thing I had to do was be quiet around people that I really cared about, because I wanted to include them. But I had to shut up and be quiet. The hardest thing for me to do. But then today, I got a call about 7:45 my time. My time. And when that happened, I said, nah, man, you joking. They said, be well, watch. So I'm at work and people was blowing me up. Dana, what happened with R.Kelly? And what happened? What happened? And I politely lied and said, nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. The whole time, I knew exactly what they was talking about. And in that moment, I said, the government is going to act fast. A lot of you cannot get this document because the government struck it and then they sealed it. So I ain't going to talk your head off. I'm just going to let you sit back and understand what's really going on. Let's go. United States of America, the plaintiff, it got so bad they couldn't even put his name up here. Versus who? At all. Then it says notification of docket entry. This docket entry was made by the clerk on Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. Minute entry before the Honorable Martha M. Packard as to Robert Sylvester Kelly. In person, hearing set for 6/11/2025 at 11 a.m. in courtroom 2325. The government's motion to strike 481 and motion to seal 482 are granted. Defendant number 039, emergency motion number 480 is stricken without prejudice and will remain under seal by 9 p.m. Central Time on 6/10/2025. Defendant shall file a version of his emergency motion 480 with the child victim's name appropriately anonymized. Watch this. Let's go here. This is where the government messed up. I don't know if y'all understand, but this is where the government messed up. Because now what the government has done was said that the judge that sentenced and heard R.Kelly case was a liar. The government clearly said emergency motion 480 is stricken without prejudice and will remain under seal by 9 p.m. Central Time on 6/10/2025. Defendant shall file a version of his emergency motion 480 with the child victim's name appropriately anonymized. At the 6/11/2025 hearing, the parties should be prepared to discuss whether the court continues to have jurisdiction over this matter. See United States versus Good case law. Once a court sentences a criminal defendant, it has jurisdiction to continue hearing related issues only when authorized by statute or rule. See also Trump versus JGG case law. Nothing that challenges the validity of detention are core habeas petitions that must be filed in the district of confinement. Mail notice, right? So the government is pretty much saying that Levenweather lied. And when people say, well, Dana, that's not what it said. That's not what it said. Well, the government just said it was a child in this case, right? In the case, right? That's what the government said. Because they want them to refile it and take the child name out, right? But what did Judge Levenweather say? I want to know what the Judge Levenweather said. And this is what happens when you put the government on the heels, because now they don't got time to react. They don't got the time to say anything. But this is what Judge Levenweather said. This was not pubescent sex child porn, which is a particular type. And there is, as I understand it, based upon Dr. Dietz' report, that Mr. Kelly is not a pedophile. Uh-oh. So, where's the kid? Where's the minor? If the judge is telling you that the man is not a pedophile and it wasn't child porn, where's the minor? Y'all go ahead and violate me and hit that like button, y'all. Where is the minor? There is none. So when Mr. McGee and his crew ran amok to destroy R.Kelly and ran amok to destroy R.Kelly friends by joining Me Too with the Me Too bull sugar honey iced tea, this is what they done. So let's listen. Shout out to Justice for R.K. This is her video, but let's listen to this real quick.
By high-ranking Bureau of Prisons officers and officials. These are people who seek to kill Mr. Kelly rather than allow the corrupt criminal conduct of those who manufactured his convictions be exposed. We recognize the stunning quality of these allegations. But in the end, these are not allegations made by R.Kelly. These These are not allegations made by my office.
Yes.
These are allegations made by men who were solicited by government prosecutors and Bureau of Prisons officials to first violate the constitutional rights of Mr. Kelly and secure his unjust convictions, and second, to kill him. Filed a motion seeking the immediate release of R.Kelly based on the solicitation of his murder by high-ranking Bureau of Prisons officers and officials. These are people who seek to kill Mr. Kelly rather than allow the corrupt criminal conduct of those who manufactured his convictions.
Now, y'all remember when I kept saying, don't let him die in jail. And people was running around saying, oh, Dana just saying that to be saying it. I don't know why he's saying that, but ain't nobody trying to kill him. Remember, I kept saying that, right? It was a reason. And the reason was for this right here. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's get to it. We 20 pages in. Let's go. Hold on. There we go. We 20 pages in. Let's go. United States of America plaintiff versus Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R.Kelly, defendant. Emergency motion for temporary furlough comes now defendant Robert Sylvester Kelly by and through counsel Bo B. Brindley, and hereby moves this honorable court for release to home detention on a temporary furlough from his custodial sentence. In support of his motion, Mr. Kelly provides as follows. Before I go any further, yes, Jennifer Bonjean is Robert's lawyer. Bo Brindley is handling the Chicago case along with Jennifer Bonjean's help and along with Bo Brindley's team. Jennifer Bonjean have all the other 4 cases. Okay? So, introduction. Jesus Christ. All right, Matt. You're doing too much. Introduction. See, y'all forgive me. I'm fighting with my Mac today. Centuries ago, oh my God, these niggas going back to ancient Rome. There we go. Centuries ago, in ancient Rome, the poet Juvenal remarked, "Quis custodiet and possus custodes," who will guard the guardians. This searching philosophy inquiry now finds a real world instantation in the case before this court. Robert Kelly is a prisoner. His life depends on the oversight of literal guards and jailers who are entrusted with his safety. He has no choice in the matter. He puts his life in these people's hands because that is what the courts have ordered him to do. Yet explicit evidence has now emerged to show that the very officials charged with protecting incarcerated inmates have solicited Mr. Kelly's murder. And all in an effort to prevent the uncovering of justices perpetrated by Bureau of Prisons and Department of Justice officers, which Mr. Kelly and his attorneys are in process of exposing. Evidence has been obtained that prior to his 2 trials in federal court, U.S. attorneys and Bureau of Prison officials worked together to steal Mr. Kelly's attorney-client correspondence and his private communications while in custody. They then weaponized the information contained in this purloined correspondence too. Okay, we got to go to the next one. Hold on. I wish I could just have them all up at one time. Okay. Here we go. Correspondences to turn witnesses against Mr. Kelly and gain an unfair advantage against him at trial. In short, The government has used stolen attorney-client correspondence to make a case against Mr. Kelly in violation of the Due Process Clause of the United States Constitution. When that information began to be exposed by Mr. Kelly's attorneys, officials in the Bureau of Prisons solicited another inmate to kill him. But Dana was lying. The facts underlying this motion are as stunning as is the remedy that must be sought. The release of a convicted inmate whose life is threatened by the very persons charged with protecting it. And so this court must now come to grapple with the ancient Roman inquiry. Who will guard the guardians? Who will hold them to account? Because in this moment, if no one does, a man will lose his life, and the injustices that motivate his destruction may never be revealed. Hold on. Remember when people let people on their platforms and they issued threats against Mr. Kelly's life like it was nothing? I said that the roosters are going to come home and hatch on that one. And people thought I was joking. Okay. Mr. Kelly therefore comes to this court with a fervent plea that it intervened to prevent that from happening. Factual background. Mr. Kelly is present in custody serving a 30-year sentence for convictions in the Eastern District of New York, case number 23CR00304, and a 20-year largely concurrent sentence for his convictions in the above-captioned Northern District of Illinois case. Mr. Kelly is presently incarcerated at FCI Butner in North Carolina. It is uncontroversial to describe Mr. Kelly's cases as high profile. Everything that occurs in this case is heavily scrutinized in the media and on social media. For months, the undersigned office has been engaged in an investigation into whether various Brady and Giglio violations took place in both of Mr. Kelly's criminal cases. A great deal of evidence has been uncovered, which indicates that Mr. Kelly's due process rights were indeed violated by the prosecution teams investigating him in both districts. The undersigned's office continues to develop a motion to, hold on, let's go to the next one. Okay. Undersigned motions to vacate Mr. Kelly's convictions on the basis of Brady and Giglio violations that have been uncovered since the trial and which were hidden from the defense prior to trial. The investigation into these violations is not yet complete. However, recent events compel the undersigned to disclose many of the facts that will underlie Mr. Kelly's upcoming motion. The only way to begin the narrative necessary to explain the current circumstances is to focus on one witness the government did not have against Mr. Kelly at the time of his arrest on federal charges. The racketeering case against Robert Kelly in the Eastern District of New York hinged in the testimony of one critical witness, R.Kelly. She was the central focus of the trial in New York. However, a fact that most people are unaware of is that R.Kelly started out by refusing to cooperate with the federal government in any way. She remained committed to Robert Kelly and had nothing negative to say about him. To the contrary, she was adamant that there was nothing improper about her relationship with Mr. Kelly. The way the government influenced and coerced her to change her mind is at the heart of what we believe to be shocking Brady and Giglio violations. While Robert Kelly was being held in custody on federal charges and the glaring absence of any evidence from R.Kelly, which the U.S. Attorney's Office sought and needed, a series of crimes were committed. These crimes were not committed by Robert Kelly. They were not committed by anyone he associated with prior to his incarceration. They were committed by federal officers. Like all inmates, Mr. Kelly's phone calls and emails were monitored by prison officials. However, in this instance, a Bureau of Prisons officer named Tawana Ingram was not listening to or monitoring Mr. Kelly's recorded calls and emails. She was instead stealing them. Specifically, Ms. Ingram illegally accessed and stole a series of phone calls and emails regarding Mr. Kelly's relationship with a woman other than Azriel Clary. Ms. Ingram was a special, let's pause there. Let's get it back up. Miss Ingram was a special, we gonna go there. Miss Ingram was a special investigative services disciplinary officer who had no business dealing with any of Mr. Kelly's communications. She did not work at the facility at which Mr. Kelly was being housed and was not even supposed to have access to the system containing his emails and calls. Yet somehow, she was allowed to gain access and allowed to steal Mr. Kelly's private communications, both emails and recorded telephone calls. There is an ongoing civil suit regarding her conduct pending right now before Honorable Judge Bucklow in the Northern District of Illinois. Armed with illicit access, Ingram stole emails and calls that were specifically inflammatory to Azriel Clary, and which would be likely to compel her to turn against Mr. Kelly out of jealousy. These were private conversations to which Azriel was not privy to. She had no way to know the content of these conversations. Hence, they were targeted and stolen for the purpose of turning her against Robert Kelly and thereby helping the government make its case. Only persons with knowledge of the investigation would have known which emails and calls to target and steal for the purpose of influencing Miss Clary. The stolen communications included communications with his attorney at the time, which should have been protected under the attorney-client privilege. On its own, this is a shameful abuse of a position of trust by a federal prison by a federal prison official for the purpose of influencing the case against Mr. Kelly. But it became far more insidious than that. After Mr. Kelly's communications were stolen without his knowledge, these communications were provided to a cooperating government informant named who? Larry McGee. The defense continues to develop evidence regarding Mr. McGee. The defense continues to develop evidence regarding Mr. McGee. But there's a strong reason to believe that federal prosecutors in the Northern District of Illinois and Eastern District of New York supplied Mr. McGee with access to the stolen communications and enlisted him to meet with Azriel. What could they be talking about?
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Okay, here we have Shabazz exposing Larry.
Did he hit you? Documentary. You recorded that behind closed doors when this lady was on the phone talking to federal agents, and you won't even put out the truth about that. When she was on the phone talking about them gay niggas, why you ain't put that out there? That's what she was talking about in the phone call. You know what I mean? when I sent the fucking feds to fuck you up, why you ain't talk about that? You know what I mean? Did R.Kelly sleep with you? Did the phone call? You know what I mean? When I sent the fucking feds to fuck you up, why you ain't talk about that? When I sent the fucking feds to fuck you up, why you ain't talk about that? When I sent the fucking feds to fuck you up, why you ain't talk about that? When I sent the fucking feds to fuck you up, why you ain't talk about that? You know what I mean? Did R. Kelly sleep with you? Did he hit you? Documentary.
What is his obsession with homosexuality? I can recall him putting a half-naked picture of R. Kelly on his channel. He had a picture of R. Kelly in his underwear. And my thing is, as it's always been, R.Kelly is a homosexual too, and so is her brother. So Shabazz says to Larry, "Oh, I don't work with rats or federal that these dudes are putting out are insane. Y'all are wondering why am I posting what I'm posting? This come out of his fires and will do anything to get paid. I don't know what is. It doesn't matter who assassinates my character or who sends them people at me. Right is right and wrong is wrong. That's what I believe. Was this documentary in the making before R. Kelly got locked up? Do you really believe R. Kelly was in a relationship with Azriel? What was
Whew. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And that boy Dana, man, that boy Dana, dangerous. That boy Dana, dangerous. Let's keep going. Azriel Clary, a person with whom he had a connection and used these stolen communications to influence her and coerce her into cooperating against Mr. Kelly. In social media videos, Mr. McGee has admitted that he has a video of Azriel Clary at his home. He has admitted spending hours coercing her to turn her against Robert Kelly by showing her Kelly's calls and emails. Immediately following this meeting, Azriel Clary went to MCC Chicago where Mr. Kelly was housed. She participated in a social visit with him. And at this visit, she quoted to him the content of his private emails and conversations to which she should never had access. Mr. Kelly instantly knew she had been given his communications, but had no idea how that could be possible. It made no sense at that time. Mr. Kelly believes and intends to prove that who? Larry McGee was supplied with stolen communications. He was sent to meet with Azriel Clary and influenced her with these stolen communications, all while acting as an informant for the government and communicating with federal prosecutors in New York and Chicago. Immediately after her visit with Robert Kelly, Clary contacted federal agents to turn against Robert Kelly. Larry, I thought I heard you say that was a lie. Is that what Dana heard you say? Did Dana hear you say that was a lie? That's all I want to ask. Did Dana hear you say that was a lie? Because if Dana heard you say that was a lie, I can sit back and say, As a result of this conduct, Larry McGee was rewarded with a cooperation agreement from the government and an incredibly light sentence of 18 months. His sentencing transcript was redacted so no one would know what he did or how he obtained the material to influence R.Kelly. However, what is certain is that the only avenue to the reduced sentence with which he was rewarded was by way of cooperation. McGee was so brazen that he admitted on video and social media posts that he flipped witnesses against Mr. Kelly. He admitted that he got people to lie about Mr. Kelly. He did it. And the government agents knew that he did it. They directed him to do it. Then later, they hid their illicit conduct behind a sealed sentencing transcript to which Mr. Kelly and his defense team have been denied access. Is that true?
Your truth gonna come out. It's gonna really fuck you up, bro. Because you think you're smarter than everybody. You thought you were smarter than the system. You went in there, now that woman put your truth out. I don't got nothing to do with that. You ain't even mad with me. You mad with your motherfucking self. Nobody told you to go do what you did. You did it, bro. I hate all this shit y'all try to say about you. You can say whatever you want about me. I'm sorry. You can say whatever you want. I don't give a fuck, bro.
I just gave her all of the information. I got the actual people on the phone. She made the decisions. She made the decisions on her own, and it was not easy. It was days and days and days of crime. It was hours and hours and hours of footage. It was indictments. It was phone calls. It was a lot of different things, and it was a lot of information that she just did not know. But let me say this, and you might have showed all of that. I think what really made what solidified what you showed her was his absence. Because it might have been a completely different story if he was out. I don't think so. Not after what I showed her. Like, not how she took it. It's not just me. It's not just me that dealt with her. It's my girl. It's my mom. It's my daughter. What I'm trying to say is that no matter how much I showed her that the things that he was telling her were lies, and she went on national TV and did what she did, you don't think that had nothing to do with her realizing that, fuck this motherfucker. I can't believe. I think all of that has something to do with it, but I think what solidified her actions was his absence. Everything came into play, but what I think finalized it and gave her the courage and the strength to go on is because there were other people in her ear and he wasn't there to defend it. Had he been there to defend it, I don't think it would have turned out the same way. Agreed. He was in jail. She was vulnerable. And I'm not saying what you did was wrong. I'm not saying what you did was right, but she was vulnerable. Anybody could have came in and slid in her ear and told her anything because the nigga not there.
And now you want to try to throw me in it. I'm not in it, bro. And don't drag me in your shit. You in this all by yourself, homie. Big liar. You did it all. You flew back and forward to Chicago. You got everybody. You saved all the girls. You didn't do shit. And how did my daughter leave your house to go to Chicago? Oh, you paid for the tickets. The same week that I gave you money for her stand, right? Am I correct? Okay, yeah, I thought so. Nigga, I paid for my daughter to go to, after she switched, we was going to LA. She wanted to go to Chicago because you pumped her up to try to go get Jordan. So if you're going to tell the truth. Don't fucking lie, you piece of shit.
We did our job. We brought the information to the public. Surviving R.Kelly went off, we kept that shit going. We got bus drivers, we got police officers, we got assistants, we got friends, we got people to lie, we got the storage, we got motherfucking video, audio.
Big lie. You did it all. You flew back and forward to Chicago. You got everybody. You saved all the girls. You didn't do shit. And how did my daughter leave your house to go to Chicago? Oh, you paid for the ticket. The same week that I gave you money for her stand, right? Am I correct? Okay, yeah, I thought so. Nigga, I paid for my daughter to go to, after she switched, we was going to LA. She wanted to go to Chicago because you pumped her up to try to go get Jordan. So if you're gonna tell the truth. Don't fucking lie, you piece of shit.
We did our job. We brought the information to the public. Surviving R.Kelly went off, we kept that shit going. We got bus drivers, we got police officers, we got assistants, we got friends, we got people to lie. Going. We got bus drivers, we got police officers, we got assistants, we got friends, we got people to lie. Police officers, we got assistants, we got friends, we got people to lie. Police officers, we got assistants, we got friends, we got people to lie. 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 We got the storage. We got motherfucking video, audio. You have seen Azriel at my house. You have seen parents at my house.
Because all you're doing is digging a deeper hole for yourself, homie. I'm good. I'm away from that. My daughter's finished her shit, and because of you, she may be pulled back into some shit. Because of you. Running your fucking mouth. Do whatever you gotta do, homie. But you don't want to play with me and test me with my daughter.
Woo. Now I'm about to shed some facts. If you got the storage, the only way you could have had the storage was either through Keith or Don. And we know Don got paid. We know Keith got paid. So did you get paid too? I'm going to leave that right there. The only way you could have got the storage was through Keith or through Don.